My name is Kinan. I'm 13 years old. The first steps was finding someone who would really, within the school who could help me put everything together. And my friend Hamza helped me a lot with sending emails and going to the principal and talking to him. So it was all just figuring out what we're supposed to do and how we're going to do it. So when we went to go talk to the principal, he was telling us that it's not a part of the curriculum and students can be taking advantage of this to get rid of class time. And then he brushed me off to the side again and said he was going to talk to our parents. After I found out he didn't speak to my parents, I then can I kept asking my dad, did did they call you? Did he speak to you? He said no. So then I went to Hamza. We went back to the principal, and then he was like, leadership is what we like, and for you guys coming here and asking about this for other students and the Bellewood community, I had a long thought about it and I really liked it. And then you know, he wanted us to explain what Friday prayer was and why we have it. And then after that, everything got set up 2, 3 weeks after. Well, first, I know a lot of kids who really have Islam as one of their important things, which it should be. And everyone kept talking about Jama prayer and how they love to pray so much. And then that gave me the idea that if I could bring the Jama prayer to school, then all these kids could, open up to Islam. And then even I had a friend that wasn't Muslim. He asked me, "Hey, could I come to the speech and maybe learn a bit?" Now it matches up perfectly with lunch break. Our lunch break's at 12:15, and the Dhuhr comes in at around 12:16, 12:17. So that's when we start the khutbah, and then we usually end at around 12:40, 12:45. So then it gives us time to eat before our break ends. When we first introduced it, it was going to be like during our class time, and that was a real trouble because he thought other students could take advantage. And we really explained to the like if they do take advantage, then we can't do anything about it. But of course, in the afterlife, God will obviously do something that they weren't there for the reason they was supposed to. They were just there to get out of class and not really listen. So it's then when we talked about the timing, he ended up being fine with it, only if it lasted, max 15 minutes. And obviously we said we were fine with that. The khutbah can last 10 minutes and the prayer could be 5. Well, it's a good feeling, and I'm really happy for myself and really happy for them because now, they don't have to be worried about going home and missing their prayer because they're not going to make it on time. And they also don't have to be worried about, not being able to listen to the khutbah and only going on PA days when now they can go every single Friday. Well, first I would obviously talk to someone who knows a lot and who could really help you, and then I would start off, maybe finding a student or two within your school that's able to help you and and who knows a lot, and then from there on you can start planning. And it's a long process. You could definitely do it from here until July or June, and it'll definitely be there. But you just gotta keep your heart to it and just know that Allah's with you, but you still gotta try and persevere.
When Kinan, he's a very strong personality. Alhamdulillah, he's always been, to the religion as well. When he brought it to my attention last year, I said, what, that's your goal next year, aim for it. And he really had it in his heart. I seen the passion was there. He really wanted it so bad. And he kept saying, I want to make sure I leave that school and that school's left with something that'll stay behind and alhamdulillah, keep the Muslim community together and grow it as well for people that are interested in it. So I told him I'll be there for him, obviously, and in full support. Alhamdulillah, he wrote 2 or 3 solid letters that I just reviewed, and they were unaltered. I did not touch them. I said, you send them the way they were. Between him and Hamza, so I guess Hamza took one part of it. He was the vocal because he's a very strong personality and he will not give up. So finally, when the principal had told him, look, I'll just talk to your parents, I expected actually a call. Great principal and everything. But we didn't get that call, and Kinan was on me. Did he call? Did he call? Did he call? Please call him. I says, no, let's just see what he's going to do. And then finally, he was approached saying, the principal had said, look, I'm about leadership. You showed leadership that was strong here, and I just can't shoot you down on what I'm trying to teach. Therefore, it brought it in. So alhamdulillah, and we were away the first Jumu'ah prayer because he was away on a hockey tournament, so he missed it. But I did look at him and I said, how does it feel that you're sitting here, alhamdulillah, you're actually getting rewards for what's going on over there? And I don't even think he was even thinking that far. He was more about caring about others rather than what he's getting. So yeah, he smiled, but it was more like, alhamdulillah, they're all together. So that was his main priority, is what's going on there. And he did say he's going to follow up, inshallah, next year when he goes to high school. He'll be coming back to school to make sure it continues. And if they need anything, then he can, come in, inshallah, with what he learns as well. He might be able to give a small khutbah. I know there are only 10 minutes, but alhamdulillah, 10 minutes is better than they were getting nothing. So alhamdulillah, we're looking forward to the many years of this, and he gets to graduate, leaving something behind, which is something I'm very proud of him for. It's a great accomplishment, something I wish, as we're older, we know what these rewards are. But alhamdulillah, yeah, the rewards are great, but again, it was more about them. He put everybody first before he puts himself. When it comes down to parents, no matter what it is, actually, the easiest thing to say is listen. It all starts with if we give the ear. So as a parent, if I didn't give my son that ear, he wouldn't have been confident to approach a principal and battle the principal on his own. So give that ear, listen, and really listen from deep within, because the kid will feel it.
So when Mr. Pilato wasn't replying to us, me and Hamza started discussing, and then we sent out emails to the Windsor Islamic Association, and it really, and then I believe that they also sent an email or two to Mr. Pilato, and then talked to him about what it is, and then kind of, gave us a little bit of support to giving the Jama prayer about it.
And then when he approached me I told him when you get your final step, I approached a few of the brothers that I'm very close with, Atiq, Amir. Says, my son is now finally at the final step. Now I need somebody that's going to actually commit to go in there. Alhamdulillah, they connected the dots for me, and that's where we ended up today, alhamdulillah, with that.